The last time we spoke, your girl was quite unhappy, but she's in a better place now. Despite the fact that my plea didn't attract a lot of support, I've been in position to fix that. I guess thanks be to God. And our guys came through and paid, so that's something. It simplified my situation a little bit. So, how are you doing? How are you doing? You okay? How have you been? I know, I'm admiring myself. I have a new look. Yeah, giving more time to myself. I guess that's something. But I'm in the middle of work, so. But I figured I actually haven't checked in a while, and some of you wanted to know if my previous situation was fixed. So I'm letting you know I fixed it. I'm also here to say thank you to Estelle. Estelle contributed £20. So thank you. And I believe that's the only person that contributed, which is also okay. And I was able to escape my conundrum of having to pay double, double the price of something I didn't want to get into. And my brain, everything is in a better place. Before we start, so you're working with me ish today. I am multitasking. So I wanted to let you know that tomorrow I'll be putting up a new construction video. Yeah. So there'll be a new construction video tomorrow from me to you. And I hope you enjoy it. So there was a couple of videos we handled some time back, and we didn't extensively, discuss things like gypsum, terrazzo. We didn't fully understand, especially for gypsum. But I was able to get in contact with an expert, a man with a very beautiful story, a story I will share in the future. Actually, if he lets me, I'll document him and share with you. So, I'll share his story with you and we'll learn from him. I like learning new stuff. So, what is this video really for? It's not important. I just wanted to let you all know I'm okay. I managed to make the move, irrespective of the circumstances that surrounded the move. I understand yesterday was 4th of July for those in the US. What was that? Independence? What was it? Whatever you were celebrating, we'll come back from that. Was it a national day? Because someone tried telling me we are celebrating, and I really didn't give it time to understand what people are celebrating. But I hope you had a good time yesterday when you're celebrating your thing. And going forward, I guess I'll start acknowledging these special days around the world, because I'm being followed by pretty much people around the world. I didn't even know until I looked in my in my settings, in my YouTube studio, and then I tried to look for where my followers or my streamers, my watchers were coming from, and I discovered I'm being followed by a lot of people from different Asian countries, the European countries, and even the United States and Africa at large. So I guess I don't take that for granted. So thank you for your endless support. We have built this platform together, and I would like to share that we are doing better. The platform grows by the day, and hopefully going forward we shall be able to be in position to help more people. By the way, everyone in life, at least majority of people, they know what it's like to not have. They know what it's like to be in a fix, to be caught up in a situation where you don't know what to do. You know, someone today morning called me telling me their mother was sick. She didn't even have what to eat. Honestly speaking, I broke myself. I would love to help everyone, but how can I help when even I need help sometimes? And sometimes you need help, you don't get it, and it's okay because the world doesn't owe you. I was going to say such a big word, but nobody owes you anything in life. That's why we work. So it's not when I can't help, it doesn't mean that I've refused. You people, I just made a live 3 days ago saying I needed just $200. You see that $200, you can look for even $10 and you don't get it. In many times you have to, I and many other people, we have to learn to be grateful. The things you have, the things you look at as trivial, as so little, someone else wants just a fraction of that, and they can't find it, you know, and they can't find it. So, certain situations, they open your eyes, they open your eyes. You have to open your eyes. You have to learn to be grateful. You have to learn to appreciate. We have to learn to appreciate. Just like me, you know, the person who called me today morning, you know, just like me. Hi, Nicholas. How are you? Just like me, I can't guarantee that when I go to someone to ask for help, I can't guarantee that they'll help me. So when you come to me, please do not guarantee or put all your eggs in one basket and say Doreen will help me. Doreen is also struggling, I'm not yet there. I would want to be there, but I'm not yet there. So when you call me asking for help, Bambi, when I can't help, please don't be upset. Okay? Don't be upset. So, for everyone that came in, for everyone that was able to help me in any way, thank you. I appreciate you. I have a lot of people that follow me. A lot, by the way. Sometimes even I don't know. I didn't know I had a lot of people that watch me. But sometimes I actually keep track, and then I realize that this is actually a lot of people. Anyway, all these people, some of them, they come here to get knowledge. Some of them come to get information. Others come to get all. Others come just to see me. I appreciate that. It has to be some kind of gift from God, because a lot of people run channels, some more successful than others, and others still progressing. So thanks for watching me always, and thanks for always wishing me well. And yeah, that's it really. That's really it. Oh, I managed to clear my PO box pending bill. So YouTube told me that they sent in my PIN on the 4th. When you're in Africa, things kind of move slow, especially when you're getting information. So for example, they have, when you're starting a YouTube channel, this is something actually I should tell you. If you're watching me and you're just starting out in YouTube, please don't make the mistake I made. When you're starting a YouTube channel, and your channel is about to be monetized, go to your country, wherever you are, and sign up for a PO box number. So once you sign up for PO box number, you go to your YouTube studio, I think in the AdSense settings, and then change your address and put your PO box there. After putting your PO box there, the first time they send out this, because they sent me a pin, but I hadn't included my address. So you have to do this before you're monetized. So me, I added mine after I was monetized, when I've already even verified my identity. And so by the time they sent that whole thing through, Now I have to wait. I waited a whole month, then a second month. This is the third month. So if I don't get my, because after I put my PIN, I requested for them to resend it, but to my address. As Africans, we have a tendency of putting our address as our names. I went to school with someone who has my exact same names. So you can be there and someone out there has your names and that person. So, but when you put your personal address, like a PO box in Africa, we don't really have personal addresses. I mean, some people do, but majority of people really don't have. So usually it's organizations, then big establishments that have personal addresses. But even you, it's not cheap, but it's also not that expensive considering what it's going to bring for you. Posta Uganda is located opposite, okay, next to Bank of Uganda on Ginger Road before you slope to Nakasero. You can go around there and set up your PO box. This is for Uganda. I don't know where the other countries' PO boxes are located. So when you go to set up, they ask you if you want for 1 year or you want for 2 years. The prices are actually different. For me, I first set up for 2 years, and I paid, I think, not more than 260. Not more than 260. But you need your ID, you need your national ID, or any kind of ID, anything that identifies that it's you. Then you pay that money, then you probably wait for a couple of days, then you're activated. Then later, I think after that, going forward, I started paying for 1 year. 1 year they charged me, this time they charged me 90,000 Ugandan shillings. That is slightly less than 20 pounds in dollars. That would be $13, 14. So, and this is active throughout the year. So what happens is you have to prepare yourself before you're monetized. When you start doing these things after you're monetized, your videos are tracking money, but the money keeps somehow reducing. And instead of the money coming directly to your AdSense, because you haven't fully verified yourself, AdSense feels like maybe YouTube should still be earning this money on your behalf. And yet, when even then they really don't give it, it's complex. They also limit your ads. Usually you're supposed to have about maybe 4 ads in a video, but then you end up having like 2, 1. You can even have up to 6 ads, and there is different other ways you can earn. But if your channel is not fully, and for me, if August, if August ends before I have put my PIN, I think I'm going to be demonetized. They are going to demonetize my channel. So I have to request. There is another hack that I came across where if you can't get your PIN, you can try and do it 5 times and then they block you, and then you go back and appeal. So after July, if my PIN has not arrived, because I requested and put in my actual address, if it's not arrived yet, then I will have to trigger to be blocked. Not my YouTube channel, but for my AdSense account to be blocked. And then I'll put in a new AdSense account from my other email address. Yeah, that's it, really. There is nothing else special going on. Like I said, tomorrow we are putting out a new video. It's going to focus on construction as usual, because this is a construction and agriculture channel. But my lives are usually about free, anything really, not specific. It's just life. Things I see, things I experience, Yesterday I had such a busy day. I've been so busy, by the way, but sometimes even I wonder how I do it. Because certain times I be thinking maybe I'm not going to make it today. And I make it. So, but my busy schedule is about to calm down and I'm going to be having more time to myself. Now, for those who call me telling me, I hear you're working too hard, you're going to get sick, you're this and that. You people, please, when you have an opportunity to work, work. because a lot of people out there are looking for these similar opportunities. Me, I don't like complaining. And please don't complain on my behalf because I know exactly what I'm doing. At least I would like to assume I know what I'm doing. So when you come to my DM trying to tell me, Doreen, don't do it like this, don't do it, kindly, please don't advise me to not work. I've never wanted to use my looks, I've never wanted to use my beauty to generate money or to support my cost of living. My cost of living is actually high. It's high. Why? Because I'm one of those people that can have money and I'm always just helping everyone, even unknowingly. So that makes me sometimes spend more than I'm supposed to spend. So please don't come and advise me if you're not even you're not even helping me in any way, but you want to tell me how to live my life, really? Don't work all that time. Something, yes, I'm aware, but you must also keep in mind that our bodies are what we tell them. You tell your body you're going to get sick because you've worked probably 16 hours, and my body's me. I tell my body, yo, we gotta work. Don't tell me nothing. But obviously, between then, I take time to myself. I take time to rest. I take time. I take time. Me, by the way, I'm one of those people. When I'm working, even now, and I feel like my brain is overwhelmed, I'm going to stop for that, maybe for the next hour. You see that? Because I know when I'm doing my production, it's always very good. So I'm taking care of myself. By the way, I am taking very good care of myself because I easily get stressed. So if I was stressed, me when I'm stressed, I shut down. I completely shut down. I'm not able to do anything. I'm not able to function even at all. So I'm not one of those people that is going to be stressed and continue producing any kind of production. When I'm stressed, I'll shut down. Like for real. I'll just be there. I'm not working. I'm just there. You see me and I'll be looking at you and I'm like, me, I'm tired. And there is nothing you can do to fix that. So it is who I am. So when you see me doing certain things, just know she's capable. And as soon as I'm not capable, then I also stop. I know me, I don't force my brain, I don't force my body to do things I don't want to do. Sibatabukidde naye bansuseeko, because someone comes to you and tells you, but don't do this. But for real, you're telling me not to do something, but for example, I don't see people who are benefiting from my channel telling me, use your weekends, don't use your weekends to shoot for us. Because at the end of the day, me, I'm using my own money. I'm transporting myself to these different locations you see on my own money. And I'm shooting for you content and you're happy. You're benefiting. A lot of you are benefiting. By the way, many of you are benefiting. You see? I don't see you telling me not to do that. But because that's actually my actual free time. The time I used to shoot that content that you see is my actual free time. Like, for example, Saturday, Sunday, I'm supposed to be sleeping. But then I dedicate that time because I know I'm not going to shoot for the whole day or night. I say, okay, let me go spend my entire day somewhere else and shoot, and then come back to you and bring you content and then take my night and rest. And if I don't want to rest, then I'll rest later. I don't know how to stay and sit in one place, and I don't know how to sleep. By the way, I don't know how to sleep. For me, when you see me sleeping, just don't wake me up. I pass out. I just pass out. I guess that's how my body is. Some of us went through a Ugandan system which woke us up at 4. We're in boarding school since we were probably 2. How old is someone when they're in like first grade, primary 1? I've been in boarding school since primary 1. That was in 2001. So if I've been able to wake up, I know, right? There is nothing wrong. So if my body was trained at a young age to wake up early and sleep late. For us, when we were young, they would always emphasize that we sleep after eating. That's why I don't like eating a lot, especially in the daytime, because then it kills my entire functionality. So what I do, I usually eat before I sleep. Yes, you're going to tell me that you're supposed to eat and then walk around so that digestion. No, digestion happens after you, when you're resting, when your body is sleeping. Actually, if you eat and you're still walking, you're not going to have proper digestion. You're supposed to eat, then you rest. Yeah, that's that's proper digestion. Then proper digestion is going to happen then. You get my point. So for me, when I was going through high school, I would wake up. Actually, we are the people who used to have night preps, winter, morning preps, because we lived in highly competitive environments, you know, because there is that guilt you get. You see, man, the person who sleeps on top of my deck is studying. Oh, man, let me also go and study. Oh, everyone in my room is going to study. And then you're like, okay, you know what, let me go and study. And then exams are coming because we had exams consistently. So you'd be up even without knowing it. I'm not a heavy sleep. I'll pass out, but I'll be hearing everything happening around me. I'll be there hearing. I just refuse to get up, but I can always hear. I'm a very weird person. So I believe my body is perfectly fine. Believe me, if I was not getting enough rest, I can be so cranky. I can just be upset. I can just be there. Unless I'm upset without knowing I'm upset. There is also that. Sometimes we think you're something that you're not. And the people around you are scared to tell you. But either way, I think I'm okay. So on that part about my schedules of any type, please don't advise me on that. And when the time comes for me to request for that particular advice, believe me, I come here and tell you a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Another thing, I've been advised, I'm always giving out free information to people. What I give out on YouTube is my choice. But even me, some of that information I pay to get it. So going forward, if you call me personally to consult with me, you're going to be paying me. Yes. Because I've come to realize that I'm actually putting in a lot of work and people are not paying for my time or the resources I put in. These things are not free. So when you personally request for my number to call me and consult with me, are we following? Consult with me. Before I answer your questions, you are going to pay me. Yes. Now I should make this a business, because how can I be broke when I have my brain to feed me? Mugenda nyiga, because some of you just like free things. I've never refused to give anybody information. By the way, never. I always give my complete information, but that one I'll do here. But there are some questions, some of you, because I know some people who will come to you. Some of you, the people who come to you, they ask you questions, a bunch of questions. And these are technical questions. You sit down, you get out your book. Even your book gets done. You get money, you buy another one, you finish, you go, you buy airtime, you're making calls on behalf of these people. Yo, come on. And then after that, all someone does is say, thank you, God bless you. Really? Really? Because sometimes I don't want to ask for money when people call me for consultation or anything. I don't want to ask for money because I like to think people have common courtesy. There is things called common courtesy. When someone bails you out of a bad thing and someone gives you information, contacts, what, I expect you to just have common courtesy and say, okay, you know what, let me send Doreen something. Let me give her this, because I didn't want to have a price. I never wanted to have a price, because what I do, I love what I do. And I wanted to do it. I wanted you people to be the ones to think and say. For example, there is a young woman who wanted to learn about pumpkin growth. She surprised me. By the way, it's actually because of a couple of incidences that I'm even deciding to do this. That young lady surprised me so much. That young lady asked me questions, I answered what, and she sent me money. And I didn't even ask, I wasn't expecting it. Because I've been doing it for so long, so I stopped being expectant. I'm never expectant because I don't like disappointment, so I don't often expect. So, is my internet off? So basically, I'm gonna be charging you. So when you're coming to me asking me, Doreen, I need help with this, you don't need help. You need a service. You need a service because I'm not being paid by YouTube. But you, for the least you can do is give me some money. You people, some of this content, I get it from far. Now the videos I'm going to give you this week, I had to travel the whole of my Saturday. I went from Gayaza Road from after Chanja. And then I went all the way to Namanve. And Namanve, there are no taxis. It's too dusty. You know, you need a car. You need a car to take you within Namanve. Because I badly wanted to see what that type of concrete was. This is something that would save all of you a lot of money. For people going forward, they would need this information. This is information people don't have. Even me, I didn't have it. You know, so I'm putting in money, a lot of money, and time, and my brain, and my research, you know. But they're in for live lectures. No. I don't charge. Anything I post on YouTube is choice. You don't have to pay to watch. You don't have to pay to, you know. But when you want my number to personally ask me questions, please, you're going to pay. The content I post here is a choice. It is a choice. I choose to give you that content. But if you want more information, more than I've given you, because I'm always there. I'm always there. And by the way, I never even share my number in those videos because I don't like people calling me for things that I'm not even producing, or rather for services I'm not providing. I always try to provide information to people. I know what you're talking about. It's called the channels where you have to pay to watch. It's called premium. They are premium people, premium subscribers. Now, even me, I have that. I'm eligible to premium. If I wanted, there are some videos I would post and limit them for only those people who pay. Yay! By the way, naye mnange tekyetaagisa because I'm dealing with people. I know I'm dealing with mature people. Naye some of you banange, I know some of you have been suffering in construction. When you come across one of my videos and it helps you save a lot of money, it helps you save time. Mumpe kusente. You people want people to come and give you knowledge after you've already messed up. Now you've lost money, you've lost friends, time, what, relatives. And then you say, I wish I knew. And lots of you watch my videos and then your reaction is, I wish I knew. I wish I had watched this video before I did this. So when you're having that, I wish, when you get knowledge, by now I pay a lot of money for these things. But I'm trying to build a platform because I know the future is right here. The future is the internet. I know in the future this is something that could help me in my old age or older age, because of course I know working, we work, but we cannot work forever, you know. So you need an income. For example, for me, I've been so dependent and reliant on the hope that once I'm monetized, I'll be earning. But I'm monetized, but YouTube is messing with my head, you know? And because they're messing with my head, it means I need more time. So I was actually hoping that whatever money I get out of YouTube will be able to facilitate these videos, because I knew my initial capital was moja kuseka. Because initially, so far, I think I've spent about I'll have to sit down and do the math, but I've spent a lot of money to design these YouTube videos. All right, I'm on a live. How are you?
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Let me put those files there. Bana mwe tuyiriba. Bana mwe tuyiriba. You know, I don't want to be that person. I don't like asking, or I don't even know how to ask. Because someone told me, but the way you ask, it's like as if you don't have a problem. I don't know how to beg. I don't know how to beg. When I was born and raised, my parents raised me to never beg. But I was raised to work hard. I'm a hard worker. That is something they instilled in me. Work hard. Always have your own. You know, it's not wise to be dependent on anybody in life, because if you're depending on somebody for anything, what if one day they decide you don't deserve it, or you're not worthy of it, or they can't give it to you anymore? What do? Do you die? Do you sit there and wallow? No. So that's the thing. So me, I work hard. I just try to work hard. I try. You know, sometimes we work and things just don't go our way, but we do work. It doesn't take away the fact that we are working. You know, you work, you do your best, and if people appreciate it, if they don't appreciate it. So, Mr. Nicholas, the content will continue being free on my channel until, I don't know, a time when I see fit, but which time will that be? I don't see it fit to sell knowledge. I mean, of course you can sell knowledge, but I believe if my channel is paying me, there is no need for me to limit my content. Because even when you watch, that's how I track. That's how I fast track money. When you're watching my videos and you watch the ads, you're indirectly paying me. Hey, you're indirectly paying me. That's why I leave the information to be there for free. Because when you're watching the videos and you watch the ads, those ads contribute to that money. YouTube pays me. All right? But when you're calling me, some of you ask for my number personally, you call me, you send me house plans, you send me this, you send me that. I'm using my own data. Sometimes you don't even have that kind of data. I don't even have the time, but I'm making sacrifices to fit your schedule, to fit your program. And your way of thanking me is by saying, God bless you. God is already blessing me. God knows how to bless me. I'm not being what is it called, high and mighty. I'm just being realistic. We're living in a world where we know our God, but we also know our needs. When you pull me out of my schedule to come and do something for you, you best pay for my time. You know, best pay for my time at least. You know, you may not pay for the information, knowledge, because sometimes depending on what loss the knowledge I've given you could have saved you. Because some information I give you can save you millions of money. Not just that, headache, heartache. You know, I can come here and tell you this is how someone is supposed to measure for you your mix. You know, that can save you your entire building. Because some of you are there building and some people are under mixing. They are under mixing or over mixing. Mukama wange jangu oteke sentences in files. Take out. Zezo zoka.
Ani akugamba. Gwe walulabyeko.
Olunaku lubadde busy nnyo. Kulikayo sebo. Naye gye tugenda mu maaso kasita tunatereza internet eyo tujja kuba tukikola mu budde mu real time kati oba mu Luganda kyeki.
Ekiseera ekituufu
nekino ekiseera si kikyamu just that wali omuntu wajjira we tukikolera
mu bwangu obwo.
yes kati bw'oba ozijjeeyo mu biseera by'emaaso gye tulaga bw'oba ozijjeeyo tuba tuzifayiringa bufayirinzi eri okitegedde nga tezeetaaga kujja wano ate ki oba si kyo omwana wa ziba ne zigenda ew'omwana wa register. That's it. Kati kyetugezaako yes kati kyova twagala kujjaeyo naye tusooka tereza internet.
Kaakati
Yes sir.
fwe tumala ogipima
byonna tugenda kubikolera mu budde okitegedde ng'omuntu agenda mu sisitimu mu budde nga bwenzijaawo wamupima nga nteekamu wagendewo omusawo n'amukola bwati nga nteekamu okitegedde nga kiyingirirawo omukuomu era tugenda bawa numbers kyetwabadde tugezaako banyonyola naye mwabadde bize tujja kujja tubanyonyole ku maana. For aprons. Can't they just give me any apron? No, they have to measure me.
Your measurements are not the same as mine. Not so.
Miss Margaret, your apron can fit me.
No, you see us here are different.
I'm on a live video.
Move with it.
We'll share yours. I don't want to move internet. I'm so busy. That book, huh?
It is here.
It's okay. I'm still photocopying more stuff to add to it. I will come for that. Can't they use the same measurements as yours?
You tell him when he comes back.
Who? There is something inside here.
There's something? No.
It's okay. But don't finish my papers.
No, I'm only making it.
That is work for that lady up there. The one who sits up. The one for VMC. Okay, let me see. Doreen, since it's now clear, please update us with the standard pay of consultation so that when people call you, they already know. See, I'm calling Doreen. 200K is a lot of money. I won't charge you 200K. I wanted to, it depends on what your need is. Wanji. Omiyembe. Sijja kugulya. Oyina akambe. Nze sina gukwatako.
I leave this one here.
Yes, I'm still adding more. Omuyembe buuza Sam nalabya guwa Mark oba nalabya bubi simanyi. Sijja kwogera bitakwatagana simanyi muyembe go gye guli. Simanyi. So, hello. I believe it is fair to charge depending on how much work you're trying to give me. For people who are calling me for advice, if you're just trying to get some advice and basic knowledge, I think you can give me like a 50K. How do you feel about 50K? 50K is like 50,000 shillings. For those who are calling me because you want contacts to do certain things for you, then I'll charge you 100,000 shillings, but not 200,000 shillings. That's a lot. I don't want to chase you. But for those who are calling me, because now I'll have to give you a day, I'll have to schedule everyone in and give you a day and sit down and do the research for you. You know, for those who are looking for quotations before you get quotations from your builders that you're trying to hire. For those who are looking for builders, but those ones, I've been hesitant to give you my builders. Some of you underpay, you don't have good workmanship. You know, some of you are treating people badly, and me, I don't work with people who treat others badly. We'll discuss. Then those who have been trying to hire me, I'm fully booked up to July, plus my work, because now I have to balance. I have to shoot. I also have to work. And then I also have certain projects I am supervising and managing. No, I'm just busy because you look at me, I'm making a live while I'm actually at my job, and I'm also working. So when you're calling me and I tell you I cannot help, there are other ways I can help you, but not the way you have thought I can help you. I can help, advise, because someone you can actually, I think I have a brain I love so much. You can always send me pictures, of your work, and I can even assess without being there by just looking. Because one time someone sent me a picture of a wall that was cracking, and I asked them just 4 questions, and I was correct. So all that person had to do was uproot the tree that was planted, because the tree was not even in the picture. But the way the damage looked to me, it looked like a tree damage. Only a tree could have done what I saw. So in the end, when you come to me going forward, when you're asking for my number to call me, know that you have to pay me before I answer any of your questions. No offense, because I don't like begging, but I have to be realistic. I've been giving out free information for the past 2 years. But I have needs as well. And some of this information, when you ask me, sometimes you can ask me a question and I don't have a very clear answer. And I also have to call somebody who I have to let her send something. These files have destroyed my entire network. Can you help me put them down? Literally, just remove clearing that part of the table. I'm about to finish, don't worry. Let's first put them down separately. Even these, because they're now interfering with my entire network. Separately, please. Thank you so much. It's the way to go. Instead of me ignoring you when you call, when you ask me for my number, because sometimes some of you ask me for my number and I just ignore you intentionally. Because I see every single message that comes through YouTube. What's funny is that I respond to my YouTube comments faster than I respond to my WhatsApp messages. Something is wrong with me. But that's the thing, that's what I do. So going forward, I'm going to charge you 50,000 shillings for those who want general knowledge, general information. For those looking for contacts, or in the farming world, some of you have farmed things and you're looking for buyers. Mkwano, I will charge you. No, nothing personal. I will charge you. Why? Because even me, I pay to get this information, and once I find a good connection, I'm always willing to share it. But I want you to pay me. Yay! Banaye munsasuleko nange ndi muntu njagala sente. Osanga, when you pay me enough, I might even quit one of those gigs that I do that takes up my time. And then I'm just there relaxing, waiting for my lovely YouTube family members to pay me so that I can answer their questions and do research for them. By the way, I was not intending to be here for long, but it looks like I'm good. But now this file has also given me headache. 200,000 is a lot of money. No, I can't charge that. In a different world, actually 50,000 shillings is how many dollars are those? The dollar is at 3.6. Do for me 3,600 times 10. 3,600 times 10.
600
times 10. Yes, I'm going to give you my rates in shillings, dollars, and pounds. I'm actually excited about this. And my number for those who want to reach out is +256 7790 24274. That's my business line. I'll be able to get your messages instantly and answer your questions. Yeah, this girl. You don't know how to count. 3,600 times 10. That's not $10. Okay, let's go back again. Times 20, 3,600, not 20, times 15. Okay, so that's about $14. So $14 for consultation, and then pounds are about 18, 19, 18. Eh? Nedda. $14. Uganda shillings, it's 50,000. In pounds, it's 16 pounds, I think, 16 or 15, but possibly 16. So $14 for those who are trying to get general information. For those who are trying to get more than general information, that is about 14 times 2, that's 28. So that's $28 for those who are trying to get a lot of information and contacts. And then that's 20 pounds. And then that's also 100,000 Ugandan shillings. So there are two rates. There is 50,000 shillings, and then there is the rate for good God, my brain is mumbled. Those who want site visits, who want me to go to their sites, well, that one is something we discuss personally. We discuss that one personally, but whatever fee we'll come up with will include my transportation costs, or what I would locally call facilitation fees. Facilitation is a lot of things: transport, airtime. Of course, I have airtime, but transport mostly, because I'm not going to come to your site using my own money. I love this place. I love YouTube. It makes me so happy. I'm so myself here. I love this place. YouTube makes me happy. I'm happy on YouTube. It's my favorite place, actually. Every time I feel stressed, I come here. And I'm glad they're lives, because, man, previously it would be so...
They don't put them
I wanted to show you. What you see up here is age. This is someone's age.
The age?
Yes, that's 40. It's 40 years old.
No, that one I'm not putting in.
Mm.
I'm asking them work. I didn't put them work.
This person is tired. Make it 23. Make the mark 23. Mom. Should I let you go? My shift is about to end, and then I go do something else, as you know. Pleasure, always a pleasure. Mr. Nicholas, you've been so active today. Thank you. Yes.
I think they're going to finish. Okay.
You people.
Ginde, you come here and ask permission from Doreen.
No papers.
Now what do I do?
How many copies is the person for?
Let her come, because I don't want to also be.
I have something I'm doing.
Ginde, what's her name? Your friend, what is her name? That one, oh my. Patience. Patience,
Yeah, No. Nicholas, 200,000 shillings. Of course, it would be appropriate for site visit. Yes, for site visit. But there are people who just consult me. What do you want to photocopy?
What is this one? And also that one.
How many copies?
This one I wanted 4.
Oh, God.
It's too much. Okay, you give me.
I'm trying to
you
do
want.
VMC work. This person wants this entire book done. You get? So I can give you maybe two here, one there.
This is
One.
One.
Okay, you do it for me 2, then here 2.
Two what?
2.
Those are 2 IDs, right?
Two.
What do you need the information
And do
for?
you know the owner of this one?
What do you need the information for? Patience.
Over you maybe.
Okay, it's fine.
You
Give
her
her.
to read.
No, you give her. Let me see. Are you moving around? Are you collecting money?
Collecting money, no, those ones they are for reporting at school.
It's okay, you can take for, but they're bringing stationery
They're bringing
today. Today, if not today, tomorrow morning.
There it will be fun. Let me be entering.
Okay.
So 200,000 shillings for site visits, yes, that is appropriate because it includes transportation, what. You're right, Nicholas. But for those who are calling, who are just calling on the phone, 50 to 100,000 shillings, depending on what your questions are. And this, you send the money before you ask me.
Oh.
When you send the money like this, I'll schedule a meeting with you. I can video call. What is she doing?
She's asking this one, eh? This is cancer cervix.
Cancer we don't put.
Don't put, yeah.
For cancer we don't put. Cancer, leave it. Cervical cancer, leave it. Where was I? Let me end this live. I'm becoming a nuisance. You're even thinking about someone else. You're calling me someone else's name.
You.
Oh, a child of the soil. I'm a child of the soil. The African child. I don't know. You know, there are things I'm so proud to be. I'm so proud to be black. I am so proud, man. Sometimes.
You finish laughing here.
Sometimes people can make you feel less. You know, because there is this. Okay, let me tell you a very, very funny story. So there is this guy. He claims to like me. I think some people think I'm dumb. Actually, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not dumb. So this person claims to like me, right? But somehow, so I go on a date with him. It was a date. So during this date, I meet he introduces me to his brother and a couple of his friends. That was our first date, and it was the last.
First and the last.
It was the last. And then his brother tells me, for you, you're my type. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then he's like, but this guy's type are brown women. Do you see brown here? I mean, I'm chocolate. Look at me, chocolate. You know? And then when the brother tells me this guy's type is brown. So meanwhile, someone tells me openly, all of us were there on the same table, talking, discussing. And then, so my conversation was literally clicking with the brother. Like we had so much in common. As usual, I'm one of those people. By the way, let me advise. If you're running a business, no matter how small, whatever you're doing with your life, when you meet people that don't know you, tell them about it. Tell them, I roast maize by this roadside. When you come from here, reach here, I have a maize business. Always tell people what you do, because you never know. So, hi African, welcome. I was even about to leave. So back to the story. So my conversation is clicking with the brother. Everything is going. I'm like, yo, this is nice. So I ordered for a couple of drinks and we're talking and we're drinking. So I think the guy I was with started getting a little bit of jealous. So I had to limit conversation, and then I just went mute because I don't like creating situations. So in the middle of this whole thing, remember, this guy is telling me how the person asking me out how his type is brown. Banai. Next thing I knew, there is another chick joining us on the table. I'm like, okay. So the chick introduces herself, everyone introduces themselves. I'm like, cool. Me, I came with one person who introduces me to the brother and a couple friends. And then next thing I knew, I'm being told, yo, by the way, so he tells me, oh, my brother is married. I'm like, The brother that's married just picked up a random. So I always mind my business. So I'm there thinking like, yo, man, let me tell you something. Be very wary of people and the company they keep. No matter how much someone convinces you that they are different, always keep it at the back of your mind that if you're with Doreen 24/7 and Doreen likes to drink, Doreen drinks, chances are very high. All people who spend the most time with Doreen are going to drink. Or they drink. Because you who doesn't drink, what are you doing spending so much time with someone who drinks? You get what I'm saying. So this guy has like a kid, but I didn't bother asking about the whole situation of the baby mama and stuff. Because when you're trying to get into something, you like somebody, you kind of don't want to ruin it with questions. You like things to come to you, to unfold, but you take it slow. Me, I take my things very slow, actually, way too slow. So I'm busy sitting there. There's this new chick comes, and the chick is like, "Oh, where do you say?" The chick tells us where she stays, and then it clicks. Isn't this where this guy stays? And the wife. I'm like, okay. And nobody seems to see what's wrong with the picture. Look, people cheat, people play around, but in the same neighborhood. Are you crazy? Shame, man, shame. So the next thing I knew, some brown chick pops up, man. We were there since morning. Like that day, we were there from morning up to like evening. So some chick pops up, and the guy I was with keeps eyeing this random chick. It's like they knew. Sorry, someone called my phone and disrupted my entire network. Where was I? Okay, so this guy eyeing with the brown chick, and then so I asked him, because me thing is I'm going to always be direct. Wait. Your conversation is not private. People can hear you. I don't know if they speak your language, but they can hear you. So, I asked him, so do you like this chick? Do you know this chick? Actually, my question was, do you know this chick? Now, this is a girl who never asks questions. I mean, I ask questions, but then I don't over ask. So I asked, so do you know this chick? The guy is like, oh, I don't know that chick. I mean, I'm just seeing her. But this is a brown chick. It's not insecurity, but when someone puts an idea in your head, it's hard to get it out, because now you're starting to feel like, okay, so why is he asking me out when I'm not even his type, when I'm not his regular type? So I started having a lot of questions in my head. Now, you have to understand, people ask me out a lot, but I'm not always inclined to date. I don't like being around with people like that, because look at my life, look at my schedule. I spend so much time, working. I have so many projects to run. I have a lot of things to do, right? So now I'm sitting there, I'm starting to be stressed out. I'm like, so the fuck nigga is looking at this brown chick. What is he doing with me? First of all, his blood brother just told me on introduction that I am his type, right? And then, but my brother's type is brown and I'm not brown. Man, I'm starting to freak. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, so what the right thing for this guy to do was to address that first. But he didn't address it at all. It's like he didn't deny or confirm. But his silence confirmed for me that indeed his type is brown. Because all he had to do in that moment was tell me, no, man, yes, my type is brown, but I like black chicks too, you know? Do you understand that? But when someone openly tells the girl you've come out with, you're trying to introduce to everyone as, oh, this is my date, we're going out, we're just having a date and stuff. Someone tells me openly in front of you that your type is brown. You're supposed to tell me to know, because you know I'm not brown. I'm not going to bleach my skin. Man, and this is the thing, this is a source of insecurity for most women. Most women are so insecure in the sense that they will promptly, because it's okay to be insecure, but to act on those insecurities is insane. Most women are going to go out of their way. Now, if I was not secure enough and I was so into this guy, most women would go and start, how do I become more light so that this guy can like me? Yo, if you keep doing things for people to like you, you're going to go mad and even die. Because someone can meet you and say, I don't like, first they will start like this. I don't like women who wear certain things. You change your entire wardrobe because, your clothes were like that. Then after that, the guys, I don't like women who are not shaped like this. Then they start doing this, you start doing things to your body. Now, I don't like women who are, whoa, to what end are you going to keep changing for these people? I'm sure there is somebody out there who will love you the way you are. Actually, I'm sure somebody out there, you'll be that person's type. You know, where you don't have to change a damn thing. Doreen, she's hardworking, but she complains about certain things. She wants change. She wants solutions. Doreen wants to get things done. I'm too ambitious. You know, I also don't like people who tell me what to do. Because the moment you tell me to do something, then I'm not going to do it. You can gently tell me to do something, but please do not order me. I will not do it. Blame that on my parents. Now, going forward, I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, yo, I lost interest there and then, because now I'm thinking I'm going to get myself into a situation and get played. Because I'm not even someone's type to start with, but then this person just wants the idea of Doreen. They just want to be around Doreen. That doesn't work for me. At this age of mine, I no longer date just to date. I date with an aim. I'm going to date you, put my resources into you, put my time, just because for you just want the idea of Doreen, but you don't want Doreen. There's some things I no longer do, Then there was a time, because this situation reminded me of another situation. I was at campus, I think my final year. There was this guy asking me out. He asked me out consistent, and I kept saying, no. Because just like now, even then my life was so busy, like so busy. So one time I decided to go on a date with this guy, right? I had my money. I always have mine. I never go out without my own money. Never. And if you're trying to ask me out and I don't have money, I'll say, I can't make it. Maybe we schedule another time or something. Because I know when I reach there, I can be unhappy about something. I don't have to eat what you want me to eat. I want to eat what I want. So because I want to do certain things the way I want, I have to be able to afford them. So that final year campus, I go on a date with this guy. He picked me up and he had a Mark X. At the time, they were new Mark X's. They were new, the nice ones. It was silver, it was white. What was that car? So he picks me up, puts me in the front seat, opens the door, what? I'm like, yo, okay. Takes me on a date. I think we went to around Garden City. There is a Cafe Java's, yeah. There is a Cafe Java's there. So he takes me, but before we reached, he tells me, we are going to have a +3. I'm like, plus what now? +3. Let me pick her up along the way. I'm like, okay. So the guy drives. Remember, I was already in the front seat. Feeling all kinds of nice. And then when I reached there, they picked up this woman. I don't know the woman. And then, because this was a Muslim guy. So the guy picks up this chick, and then the guy openly tells me, move away from the front seat. He told me, move away from the front seat, come and go sit in the back. I'm like, So, as usual, poor Doreen gets up with her car bag and she goes and sits in the back seat. Okay, the things I've seen. In truth, I've attempted dating. I've not slept around, no. But I've attempted dating. Dating can kill you. So this is the thing. So I go sit in the back, right? This woman, she was older, right? She wasn't like me because I was really, really young at the time. She looked like already at that time she was in her 30s or late 30s. So when she sits in the front, they start laughing alone. I'm left out. But he introduced her as his sister. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. When you're trying to go out with a guy, you kind of want to be on the good side of his family. Good side nearly killed me. So I'm seated there. We reach Cafe Java's. He comes, he opens for her, he opens for me. He was kind of a gentleman. So I had a very small bag, but I had money in that bag and I was holding my phone in my hands. So we reach Cafe Java's and then they give us the menus and then I order for shawarma and then he wanted us to split it together. I said, no, I'm very hungry because Doreen, when it comes to eating, I will eat. There is no shame there. I will eat. So I said, no, I can't split it. I want to eat the whole thing. So he orders another one with her, and for her, she was okay with splitting. So basically, they bring the shawarma. I look at the thing, but before the order came, because these restaurants, sometimes they take long to bring in orders, so they kind of gave us like bread. I ordered for, what was that thing? It was like a cocktail or something. So they bring it, right? And then when they brought it, I kind of drank up mine, but I was so uncomfortable because the guy called this chick the sister, but they kept weirdly touching each other. And I'm seated right there, and I have come on a date with him, but he's touchy with his sister. You people are so uncomfortable. I felt like I was intruding. So, So I pulled my chair behind and looked down, and their feet were on top of each other. And up here, the guy kept saying, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? The touching was too much. So I'm like, you know what? Because my order was actually coming. I really kept thinking, should I go to the counter and request them to pack? But I didn't want to make it seem so obvious. So I just couldn't be there third wheeling on my first date with a guy. So I picked my very, very tiny bag and my phone, and I said, let me go to the bathroom. I excused myself and she's like, oh, she's so pretty. Oh my God, look at her. I'm like, thank you. But I was already so disgusted in my head. So I picked my bag, I go to the bathroom. Now, the Cafe Java's of Garden City has 2 entrances. Over exits, over entrances, you can pass this side, you can also pass the other side. When I reached the bathroom, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, why me? Why this? Why now? Because now let me give you this. By the way, for those who are studying, if you're still a student, I'm doing a live.
I was calling you to come for sugar.
But now they're giving out sugar. Ruth, Django. Sweetheart, baby. Oh, mukwano basonyiwe. Ja, nedda tekisoboka. I can never say that about you.
Nambirako nti otwale measurements.
Sinjinyiza busy. I was on a Bambi. No, I said let me go to Ruth. I swear.
You go to Art Shade. They measure you for a uniform.
Uniform or apron?
Apron, whatever.
We are too old for uniform. But let me forgive me. Wandabye wenanyumye. Okwedda tonandaba. Jangu tugende ffenna. Sukaali aliwa. Leba nange. Ngenze. Hi. So guys, anyway, end of story. I jumped out of from the bathroom. I just exited through another door and then got a border and and then I got a border and I went back to hostel, but I was so sad. But I was so sad, and end of story. And more of the story, it's been ages since I was in that situation until recently. I will one day get back into the dating scene someday, but for now let me end this video because they have to measure me over. Who is measuring over? They even left. Man, hospital life is not simple. Bumpy me. Bagambye bali kutupima. Ate sukali aliwo.